that's coming off my souvenir glass. I thought that was a blemish on it. But anyway, that's from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Finally got to the liquor store, got myself a little Maker's Mark, and having cocktails and an unboxing. Well, good evening, Glue Troopers, and welcome back to the Tarbis. I will not be appearing in person on camera today because it's about 100 degrees and 99% humidity in here, and I'm running around without my shirt on, which is something you should not try to visualize. And if you do, well, you should go... Find a happy place, find a happy place, find a happy place! So anyway, what happened today? Well, for starters, we had a little bit of weather which seemed to sit right on top of my house. This is an actual screen grab, and that kept me out of the Tarbis for a little while. I really shouldn't complain. I mean, there are people ducking artillery in the Ukraine just to get a bucket of fresh water, and I'm whining about a little rain. But then we live in a society that thinks this is the most important thing that should be in my Yahoo News feed. Oh well, sometimes I weep for humanity. Well, we got a package in the mail, and it's from a Garfield, or actually not only Orange Tabby, but Mrs. Orange Tabby. In fact, I will read the letter. I did read it while I was unboxing, but with the air conditioner going in the background, I thought I should re-record it. Good day, Max. This one is from Mrs. Orange Tabby, Diane. I hope this will not start any rumors. Enjoy the model kit and model on. Take care, stay safe, and keep on modeling. We both will catch up with you on your channel if the glacier does not slide. Mrs. Orange Tabby and her obedient servant, Orange Tabby. That's adorable. And I know exactly what he means. So here we have the Tamiya Richard Bong P38. And I already have the other one, which is a different version, which I was planning to do for the P38 build. So now I have two model P38s and a Corsair. When we do the Corsair and P38 build, I'll put the list below when the builds are. I'm going to try to remember to attach that to each of the videos. So thank you very much, Mrs. Orange Tabby, and Orange Tabby too, guys. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So, by the way, speaking of being in the Tarbis, something I noticed today, I don't know where this came from, but I found a big splot of black paint across the glass display case. And again, you know, first world problems, not a big deal. I'll scrape it off at some point. I just don't recall how that got there. Then again, I've spilled so much paint in that thing, who knows. When I was working on Patton's Power Wagon, I'm trying to figure out a few options. We went to Michael's and Hobby Lobby today, and the .010 sheet styrene that I had is way too wobbly. But I did find at Hobby Lobby some clear acrylic that if I don't get some plaster trucked in time, I can use this. I'm also going to probably use this clear acrylic to cut some turning props for the DC7. And I noticed while I was tinkering on Patton's Power Wagon, or trying to figure out how I want to arrange things, I'm still in the sort of the planning of the build for the rear, that one of the slats that I had made for the front grille to kind of give it a quasi white half-track look was missing. So I don't know if it's laying around. I'll see if I can find it. If not, I'll just cut another one. They're all made out of scrap plastic. I think I made them out of planks that were supposed to be for the pallet for the tractor trailer rig that I made for the Red Green Strange Brew crossover build. And I'm going to make but getting back to what I was saying about the clear acrylic, I'm going to use it for the spinny props because this Rodin kit comes with individual blades for the propeller, and I don't want to do it. Plus, it's going to be on a stick. I think it'll look better with turning props and, you know, one less failure point. Did get the Stinson finished. It looks fine. I've got it temporarily back on the shelf. And speaking of being on the shelf, we got a piece of clear acrylic to lay over our coffee table, so now that Caribbean map will lay flat. But the wife felt that the Doolittle B25 from her B25 build didn't really fit the motif of the table. And the only shelf that was deep enough to take it was the that secondhand cabinet that we bought. So I had to rearrange the models and some of the rockets and stuff. But at least now it was starting to get some dust on it, so I was getting a little concerned. So at least now it's under glass, even I had to rearrange the rockets a little bit. And if anybody says anything about the little bit of dust that's on it, it's not dust, that's sea spray. I really didn't get any building done. Because we had so many things to do today, I didn't get the shed, I didn't get the Tarbis cooled down in time, and it's just you cannot work in there. I could barely breathe. But we did go to the mall, Hobby Lobby, and Michael's. And I would have gone over to Hurricane Hobbies, but they're closed on Monday and Tuesday. And of course, Michael's was a disappointment, as you would expect. But then again, I did find the clear acrylic at Hobby Lobby. So if nothing else, I can make that work if I don't get any Plasti-Truck. But we also went to the mall. And I hadn't been to a mall in a while. And for some reason, when I walked in, we went in through a Dillard's, and when I walked in, just, the air conditioning, the atmosphere, the aesthetic, for just a couple of seconds, I kind of drifted back to the mid-'70s because, let's face it, the aesthetics of a mall haven't really changed that much. And it was a happy memory for a few seconds, like I was walking into Woolco with my mom's or something, and, like I say, you can't live in the past, but you can visit. So we got home, and I got to working on getting the unboxing done. And the check engine light came on my car, so that spent part of the afternoon chasing that down. So got to make an appointment for that in the morning. But hey, again, not ducking artillery to get a bucket of clean water, so maybe a little perspective. But I just thought I would have a cocktail. I finally got to the liquor store and rearmed myself, reloaded my Maker's Mark supply. Unfortunately, my souvenir from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, I thought that was a little something on it, and it turns out that some of the paint came off of it. So, got to hand wash this thing. I'm not sure how that happened. Oh well, souvenir glass. Always go back on my next trip to Cleveland and get another. So, kind of got a few things done shopping-wise and rearranging the Tarbis and the stuff, and chasing down the package that the UPS said they couldn't deliver, and they don't tell you where they dropped it off. They just go, we dropped it off at a drop point. So that was a little bit of my life I'll never get back on the UPS 800 line, and you guys will appreciate this. I called the local stores, they didn't have it. Turned off, it went to an Advance Auto Parts, because, that's where you go to get your UPS stuff. That was the local drop point. So when I called one of the stores, the guy said, listen, and you're going to love this. Call UPS, the blah, blah, blah line, 800 line. And when the phone tree hit, just mumble, doobity-doobity-doobity-doo, that kind of stuff into the microphone. And after a few tries, it'll send you to an operator. And it worked. Although I went boobity-boobity-boobity. Okay, you went billing. I am not being obtuse enough. So the next one, and after about 3 tries, it sent me to an operator quicker than I would have got one through the phone tree. There's your little bit of advice on how to deal with telephony and automation in the new centuries. Almost like that episode of Star Trek where they, with iMud, where they basically confuse the computers.
Our logic is to be illogical. That is our advantage.
Oh man, Roddenberry was nothing if not prophetic. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I got for tonight. At this point, I'm just rambling. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Orridge Tabby for the beautiful model. We'll see you guys later. And as always, model on.